I think we're going to start in child's pose. Take your time. We're going to be knees wide and big toes touching. So getting comfortable here with the forehead to the mat. We'll pull the shoulders down away from your ears. Relaxing your jaw, relaxing your tongue. We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose. Open your mouth, heavy side out. Allow the chest and the belly to fall towards the floor. Just starting to notice our breath. Breathing in and out of the nose, making adjustments out of the mouth if we need to. Being intentional on where the air goes as it enters through the nose. Filling up through our low belly, our ribs, and our chest. And as you exhale, releasing from your chest, your belly, down to your lungs. Your fingertips are wide. Just taking notice of what you feel underneath your palms. Slow breaths. Soft jaw. Soft body. Full deep breaths. On our next inhale, we're going to keep everything where they are and start to walk the fingertips to the top of our mat. Feeling a stretch through the arms, for your ribs, for your back. On our next inhale, we're going to gently lift the forehead off the mat and take our gaze to our fingertips and then come high onto the fingertips. So your forearms, your elbows lift off of the floor. Should allow you to drop your chest just a little lower. Feeling a deeper stretch through your upper back. And then come on back down to the palms. On your next inhale, we're slowly going to press ourselves up to our hands and to our knees. We're keeping our palms at the top of our mat so that the arms are diagonal, reaching forward. Your knees are still wide. On our inhale, we're going to reach up with the right hand, sending up to the sky. Taking our gaze up as well. Opening through the chest, through the armpit. Big breaths here. On your exhale, we're going to send that right arm underneath the left, threading our needle. Bring the shoulder and the head down to the mat. You can keep the left hand where it is, or you can reach it further up the mat. Allowing that right arm and hand to relax. Letting your upper body add pressure to that shoulder. Check in with your jaw, your tongue. Checking in with that left hand. We'll bring it back towards our face. And then on our inhale, pressing up, opening wide with the right hand. And then exhale, release that palm to the mat. And we'll switch sides. So opening up with the left hand, reaching high. Holding it here for a little twist. Opening up. Big breath. As you exhale, send that arm underneath the right. And then maybe reach in further up with that right hand. Relax your face. Relax your upper body. Sliding that right hand back towards your face. On your inhale, pressing through that palm, opening back up. And then exhale, release that palm. We're going to end in our tabletop with our hands underneath our shoulders, our knees coming in underneath the hips. And we'll do a few cat-cows. So on our inhale, we'll drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the tail. And then exhale, we press through those palms, arching through the back, chin to chest. And then keep going. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the tail. And exhale, press through those palms. Big breath in. Big breath out. We're starting to exaggerate these movements. So really squeezing through the low back, really pressing up through the palms, tucking those hips. Last one. Back to your table. We'll do a few spinal balancing. So on our inhale, we'll send the left leg back. And the goal here is to have this leg parallel with the floor and the rest of the body. If you ever need to, you can drop those toes down to the mat. Take one more deep breath in. We'll release that knee as we exhale. Switching over with the right, send it back on our inhale. Parallel with the floor. Dropping our hip down. 2 more full breaths. Last one. Releasing that knee as we exhale. We'll lift those hands up to the sky. Big breath in. Releasing the right, reaching over with the left. Come up on your inhale, and we'll switch. Back up. And we'll do a slight back bend here, mini back bend. So interlock those fingers overhead. We're going to reach a little taller. And then small bend to the back. Gently shifting those hips forward. On our inhale, we get a little taller. And then exhale, swan dive back down to your table. 2 cat-cows in between. So inhale, we drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the tail. And then exhale, we arch to the back, chin to chest. One more. Back to your table. We're going to tuck the toes and then press up to our first down dog, sending those hips high. Here in your down dog, if you feel more weight in your shoulders, it's because your pyramid is too wide. And a lot of times we just need to simply walk the feet up a little towards the hands to balance this out. So pelvic feet, give the head a little shake, pressing to the palms. We're going to do a few rounds of sun salutations. So on our inhale, you take my socks off. On our inhale, we're going to rise to the toes, bending the knees, and then walking the feet towards the hands as we exhale. Lifting halfway on our inhale, and then exhale, we fold. Reaching tall for our mountain hands go high. And then exhale, we fold. Halfway lift, our back is flat. And then exhale, we're going to slowly step back to our plank. And your plank can be on your toes, or you can drop down to your knees. We're going to lower down to our bellies. And then lift up for our cobra. Tuck your toes. And then lift those hips back up to your down dog. So we'll do that again. On our inhale, we rise to the toes with the knees. Exhale, we step up to the front. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, we fold. Reach tall for your mountain, hands go high. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, we step back to our plank. Take a full breath in, and then lower down, exhale. Lifting for our cobra. Exhaling back up to our down dog. So we'll do that one last time. And I want you to make sure that you're following your own breath. So maybe you're going a little quicker or a little slower than I am. So on our inhale, rise to those toes to the knees. Exhale, we walk up. Halfway. After you're done, you're just going to meet me in your down dog. All right, once you're in your down dog, we're just pedaling, letting the head fall, maybe giving it a little shake. On our inhale, we're going to lift our right leg high. And then exhale, step it between the palms for a lunge. Release that back knee down to the floor and untuck those toes. We're going to come up for a low lunge, lifting those hands high. And bring them to your heart as you exhale. Just gonna hold it here. Maybe your hands go to your knee. Maybe they're at your sides. Whatever feels most comfortable for you to hold here for a few breaths. Following or just taking full breaths. Sitting the weight forward into that lunge. One more full breath in. We're going to release the left palm next to that foot and then reach up with the right hand. Looking high at the sky. One more full breath. And then exhale, release that palm. Take your time. We're going to start to straighten through that right leg, sending the hips back. Your toes, those right toes are going to lift off of the mat. You're going to lift up with the upper body to straighten out. And then exhale, we fold forehead to knee or chin to chest. Your hands can go wherever they feel comfortable. They can stay at your sides. They can go up towards that front foot. You can also reach back behind you, or a variation or of multiples. So whatever feels best for you. Relaxing the upper body, taking full breaths. Trying to keep that right leg as straight as you can. Feeling that stretch in the hamstring. One more full breath in. And as we exhale, start to make your way back to the top of the mat. Take your time. You're going to release that foot back to a table position. Tuck those toes and then press up to your down dog. Pedal those feet. And then on our inhale, lift the left leg. Send it between the palms. Releasing the knee. And inhaling, hands go high, low lunge. You can bring the hands to the heart. You can keep them high. Full breaths, breathe. Two more. Last full breath in. This time we're dropping the right hand, reaching high with the left. Soft jaw. Go ahead and release that left palm. And then we're going to shift those hips back, straightening through the left leg. Lifting up halfway, breathe in. And then exhale, fold. Making those hand adjustments as you need to. Full breaths. Last big breath in. We'll make our way back to the top as we exhale. Send that knee back to your table. Tuck those toes, hips go high. Pedal those feet out. And while we're here, check your hand placement. Make sure your fingertips are wide. Check in, make sure that they're still lined up with your shoulders. And on our inhale, we're going to rise to our toes. And as we exhale, we're going to shift into our plank. So inhale, hips go high. Exhale, shift into your plank. Inhale, we shift. Exhale, come back down. Working out our core and our arms. And back to your plank. Come on down to your bellies. Lifting the chest for your cobra. And then stay down, but we're going to shift into our child's pose. So give those arms a break. Bring the forehead to the mat. The elbows come back down to relax those shoulders. Check in with your jaw, your tongue. Connecting with the breath, slowing it down. All right. Walking those hands to the top. We're going to press on back up. All the way back up to our down dog. Take your time getting there. We can pedal. We can shake. On this inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up to the sky. We're going to hold it and take a bend in that knee, opening up through our right hip, pressing through those palms. Breathe. 2 more full breaths. Make sure you're high on those left toes. We're going to straighten back out through that right leg. And then as we step it to the front, we're going to step it wide. So take it to the outside of your mat. Coming into our lizard pose, go ahead and release that knee and tuck those toes. You can adjust the hands to make sure they're underneath the shoulders. And then take right hand to right knee. And we're guiding this knee open. Your can't find my words today. You should be rotated onto the side of your right foot. Breathe, opening up through the chest. So you have the option of staying here with hand to knee. If you want to go a little further or going a lot further, you can do either a variation. So maybe coming down to one arm, keeping one hand to the knee, or you can drop both forearms down to the mat. Your jaw is still soft. Your shoulders are still relaxed away from the ears. Taking full breaths here. Opening up through that hip. Two more full breaths. If you are down on your palms, you're going to slowly walk up, or I'm sorry, down on your forearms, you're going to slowly walk up to your palms. Create some space, so kind of bring the hips back. And we're going to walk that foot to the middle of the mat. Take another lunge forward, big breath in. And then exhale, we're going to do like we did before, pulling the hips back, straightening through that leg. Halfway lift, we lengthen through the upper body. And then exhale, we fold. Forehead to knee or chin tucks into the chest. Adjust the hands wherever they feel good. Two more. On your exhale, come on back to the top of the mat. Still having a little space in those hips, we're going to walk this foot to the very other side of the mat, to the left side of the mat, preparing for our pigeon pose. We're going to release the knee down to the floor, and then walk this back foot to open up at the hips. We're going to stay up high for a second, so use your palms to lift yourself up, lifting through the chest, sitting the upper body forward. Just kind of feeling this down in that left hip. And on your next exhale, we're going to slowly release, bringing our body down. So while you're here, make sure you're not sitting more into your right hip than you are in the left. And if you are, I want you to kind of rock over to the left a little bit to even out your hips. You also feel more weight added onto your that front leg as well. Check your jaw, your tone. Keeping everything relaxed while you're down here. Few more breaths here. Now's the time to dig a little deeper. If you want to add more weight onto that front leg with the upper body, you can do that. All right, preparing to rise. On your next inhale, coming up to the palms. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more in here. So if this is way more than enough than you can tolerate, you can stay here. If you want to add just a little more, you can start to slowly bend that back leg. You can keep it bent, or you can reach back for that for that foot, and gently pull it towards your body. Just for a few seconds. If you have that foot, slowly release. We're going to sit into that right hip and bring that left leg around to the front. Adjusting ourselves. You're going to keep the right leg bent, bringing that foot to the inner thigh. And then your left toes are always reaching back for you. So they shouldn't be forward, but pull back. So we're going to inhale, reach both hands high. Twist to your right, and then drop your left hand down to your left toes. Maybe you're reaching for your ankle or your shin, but then relax your head onto your shoulder. And then just reach your right hand or right fingertip straight up towards the ceiling. So making an L shape with the arms. Feeling this stretch down through the right side body. Opening through the chest. When you're feeling ready, you can slowly start to add a pull overhead with that right arm. Being super gentle, super slow. You're going to feel that stretch through the right side, right hip. And then slowly, on your inhale, both hands and chest are going to reach to the sky. You're going to turn to the left leg, and then you're going to fold as you exhale. Come up halfway, breathe in. And then exhale, we're pulling ourselves into this fold. Forehead to knee or chin to chest. Soft jaw, full breaths. We'll hold it for 2 more. Maybe you pull yourself in just a little tighter. Take your biggest breath in, slowly releasing as you exhale. All right, both legs, we're gonna swing back around, coming to our table, and then finishing in our down dog. Pedal those feet, shake the head, and then on our inhale, left leg is gonna reach, and we're gonna open up, so bend the knee, lifting that knee as high up as we can. Two more. And then remember, we're going wide into our lizard. Stepping it through. Releasing the knee. And then left hand, left knee. I'm hearing lots of popping and cracking over here. Hopefully you feel the same. And from here, you can either stay or you can go further. Check your body for tightness. Where can you relax, unclench, unsqueeze? Maybe those shoulders, maybe your jaw, maybe your feet. A few more here. All right, slowly coming up to those palms. If you are down on those forearms, create some space, pull those hips back, and then heel toe that foot to the center of your mat. On your inhale, we're shifting forward into the lunge, and then exhale, we're straightening out again. Lifting up for your inhale to straighten through the spine, and then exhale, we fold. Making those hands adjustments as you need to. A few more here. Last big breath in. We'll come on back to the top of the mat as we exhale. And then, I think I completely mixed this up. We should have reached. So stay here before we shift. We want to open up again. So drop that right hand, open up with the left. One more full breath. And release. All right, getting ready for our pigeon. Walk that foot all the way across. Make some space in those hips if you need to, and then release that knee. Bring it on down. We're opening up with that back foot, and then pressing up on our inhale, holding it here. Breathe. Just feel around. What do you notice here in the hips and your thighs? On your next exhale, go ahead and make your way down. Check your hips. Make sure you're not sitting too much into your left. And if you are, we rotate a little to the right. Easy breaths. Filling up completely. Where can you relax? All right. Slowly pressing up. We'll take the option of bending the back knee and reaching back with the right hand. Gently pulling the foot towards the body. And we'll release. Having a seat, swinging that leg around to the front. Left foot, inner thigh. Flexing the right foot so the toes are reaching back. We'll inhale, reaching high, twisting to our left, reaching for the toes with the right hand. Relaxing the head to the shoulder and left fingertips going to the sky. Opening through your chest, through that left rib. And then when you're ready, starting to reach that left hand overhead, stretching, pulling gently through the left side of the body. Jaw still soft. Coming up tall with both hands and chest on our inhale. We'll turn through the right and fold. Exhale. Halfway lift, breathing in. Exhale, pulling ourselves down towards the floor. Remembering to flex through that right foot. Two more. Last full breath. We're coming up super slow as we exhale. Bringing that right foot in to meet the left, and our butterfly will sit up tall. And leading with the chest, we'll do a few seated cat-cows in our butterfly. Add a little flutters with your knees to make sure we are loose here. With our inhale, we're going to send the chest forward, sitting up tall. And as we exhale, we're going to round the back, bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, send the chest forward, chin is high. Exhale, we round the back. One more. All right, release those feet, send them long. And I think I'm going to turn. So we're going to make our way down to our backs. Take your time, nothing fancy. Bending the knees and bringing them up into the chest. Hugging ourselves here for a second, just noticing how the mat or your floor feels underneath your back, your spine. We'll add a rock here from side to side. And then on your exhale, I want you to open up into your happy baby. So taking those feet and knees wide. And then pulling those feet and knees down towards the body. Make sure your low back is flat to the mat. We don't want your low back to lift. A lot of times the hips want to lift here. You can find your stillness, or you can rock. All right, last full breath in. And releasing that grip. Keep your right knee in your chest. Let your left leg go long onto the floor. And we'll just hold it here as we squeeze. On your next exhale, we're going to take that knee across the body to the left side of the room for a twist. Extend out your right arm. And if it feels good, turn your head to the right as well. Big breaths. Soft jaw, soft breath. On your inhale, we'll slowly bring the knee into the chest. And as we exhale, let that knee fall to the right side. So a reclined tree pose. Your foot is connected to the inner thigh. And we're just letting that knee open the hip. The hands can go wherever they feel comfortable. Just make sure your shoulders are not reaching for the ears. Where can you relax, release, unclench, unsqueeze? A few more easy breaths here. Bringing some awareness back to the body. Maybe wiggle your toes. On our next inhale, bringing our knee back into the chest. Give it a nice squeeze. And then let it go long onto the floor. Switching over with the left, we bring it to the chest. And just hug it here for a second. Take one more final breath here. And as you exhale, we guide that knee to the right side of the room, back into our twist. Extending out the left arm this time. And turn the head to the left. Slowly on our inhale, bringing our knee into the chest and guiding it over to the left as we exhale, bringing that foot to the inner thigh. Checking your body from head to toe for tightness. For these last few breaths, where can you release? Can you slow your breath down a little more? Get some awareness to the body, wiggle the toes, fingers. And on your inhale, bringing your knee into your chest. Giving it one final squeeze here. And then letting it go onto the mat. We'll take a full body stretch. Take a full breath in, pointing the fingers, pointing the toes, feeling a stretch from head to toe. And then just relax your body as you exhale. We'll do another deep, full body stretch. Big breath in. And then relax your body. Exhale. This is our last, final deep stretch, deep breath. So take all the time you need. Pointing the fingers, pointing the toes, taking a deep breath in. And when you are ready, exhale, finding your final resting pose, whether your arms are overhead or down at your sides. We want to make sure that our body has enough space to relax. So make sure your feet are a little wider than hip width apart. Make sure your arms are a little wider, palms facing up to the sky. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Heavy sigh out the mouth. Relax on our shoulders, our chests, our bellies, our ribs. We're going to let our breath start to be gentle. Relaxing our foreheads, our jaw, our tongue. Checking in with your hips, your thighs. No clenching, no squeezing. And then taking a full body scan of yourself. Where can you relax? What can melt into your mat or to your floor a little more? Maybe it's your head. Maybe your chin is still reaching for the ceiling. You need to let that fall. keeping our bodies, our minds on our bodies. So while we're here in complete relaxation, if the mind starts to wander outside of this moment, outside of your body, outside of your breath, you just make a conscious decision to bring it back, not judging the thought, noticing and let it go. Take a deep breath in through your nose, opening the mouth, sighing it out. Bringing some awareness back to your body with your toes, your fingers, your wrists, your head, your elbows, your arms. And adding in those knees, maybe doing a few windshield wipers, taking them left and right. When you're ready, turning and rolling to your left side. And then gently pressing yourself up to your seat. Sitting up tall, hands to your heart, shoulders relaxed. We'll take one final breath in together, bowing as we exhale, sharing our light energy in our space. Namaste.